right, let's talk about the New Orleans Saints here for a little bit. The Saints have kind of a sneaky good draft and undrafted free agent additions as well. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Saints and how effective they were through the draft and the amount of value they got in the draft. But one pick in particular, and we talked about it at the time, we think has the potential to be a massive steal for the long term for the New Orleans Saints, and that is selecting quarterback Spencer Rattler in the 5th round. I think this kid showed a lot of potential in college. I think the Saints got themselves a potential steal. And based on the latest reports out of minicamp, first practices for Rattler with the Saints organization believe they may have something here as well. Let's get into the article, then we'll talk about it more in detail on the other side. This is from 24/7 Sports. As for Rattler, Saints head coach Dennis Allen was impressed with the way the former Gamecocks quarterback commanded the huddle during his first NFL practices. He certainly looked fine to me, Allen said in a press conference on Saturday. I thought the last couple of days, I thought he's done a pretty good job of getting guys in and out of the huddle. For the most part, there haven't been a lot of re-huddles. We are getting the calls out and guys are executing, which, believe it or not, during rookie mini camps and mini camps in general, is actually a lot harder than you would think. So great sign that Rattler's taking leadership there. Saints offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak broke down some of the things that impressed him about Rattler during rookie minicamp. We like a lot of things about Spencer, but the things that take no talent, I think he meant to say the things that stand out are the things that take no talent. Kubiak said in a press conference on Saturday. To me, that is his attention to detail really stuck out. His effort, his drive to be better. To me, that doesn't take a whole lot of talent. It's something that is inside, and he has that in spades. Kubiak has also mentioned that Rattler has been excellent in the meeting room and has been a positive start. All right, this is all great signs for Spencer Rattler because early on in the cycle for a quarterback, no one cares about the physical talent. It's, do you have the headspace? Can you be a leader? Do you have the mental processing ability to be an NFL quarterback? Looks like Rattler's off to a great start here. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on involving the Saints and Spencer Rattler. But first, New Orleans fans, in the comment section below, of all the new additions, whether they be through the draft or undrafted free agents, which move do you think was the sneaky good move the Saints have added? Like a move no one's really talking about, but you think could have a big impact for the Saints? Give us that new addition in the comment section below. But Miles, give me your thoughts on the Saints and Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, Nick. So first, I think this all speaks a lot of great news for Spencer Rattler because we know that he has the talent to be a great passer of the football. He almost threw for 11,000 yards in college. The guy had, 77 touchdowns, 32 interceptions. This is a guy who did great with, I would say Oklahoma is a little bit of a tier better school than South Carolina. He did great at Oklahoma when it was his rodeo. Obviously, we all know how Caleb Williams ended up turning out. That's the guy who usurped him and took over the reins of the school. So when he left, he came to South Carolina, who has probably a little bit worse talent than Oklahoma, especially offensively, and he still did pretty good. So I think we've talked about that in a previous video. So I think we all know that he has the physical tools. The two things that people look at are A, can he take care of the football a little bit better at the higher level? Which I think he can. I think anyone can if they work on it. We've seen that time and time again. And B, can he overcome some of the shortcomings he's had through high school, through college, which I think he has. Didn't really have any kind of issues at South Carolina whatsoever and was actually a team captain both years that we talked about. So I think his off-field, leadership, all of those things were shored up. He's come to the Saints and we're seeing just that. We're seeing what the Saints saw is a leader, a guy who is talented, but that is why they're bringing this stuff up. Those were the question marks for a guy like Spencer Rattler. Can he be a cool-headed, calm, collected leader on the field and really, be the guy in charge of the team? I think we're seeing he definitely can, and that's showing. So I think it's a great sign for the Saints. Saints fans, you
Yeah, I
probably
agree 100%. And if you look at quarterbacks that are taken outside of the first round that go on to do great things in the NFL or even just good things in the NFL, the number one quality that stands out, because they're kind of a diverse group in terms of skill sets, is mental toughness, mental, acuity, leadership skills, things like that off the field, intangibles. And if you go down the list historically, it makes a lot of sense. Jalen Hurts, 2nd-round pick, known for being an elite leader. Andy Dalton, with the Cincinnati Bengals, 2nd-round pick, calm, level-headed, cool. Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, 4th-round picks, known for their processing ability, their intelligence, leadership, calm, cool, collected, getting used to the NFL game. Moments not too big for them. You go all the way back to Tom Brady, very similarly, right? 6th-round pick. He came into the NFL. If you go back and read what the Patriots were writing, you read the book, The Patriot Reign, talking about that early period. What the Patriots were so impressed with Brady early on was that in the early rookie mini camps and OTAs, he was the guy doing the organizing. He was the guy doing the leadership kind of activities, very similar to what Rattler's doing. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, a couple of years ago with the San Francisco 49ers. Again, mental acuity, processing ability, intelligence, leadership. It is those traits that really jump out if you're looking for a quarterback to be a steal, ergo one not picked in the first round. And I know it's early. It's an early part of the process. And I get it, Saints fans. We're not trying to crown him. We're not saying he's the next Brady. He's the next Jalen Hurts. We're not even saying it's the next Dak Prescott or anything like that. But I will say this. So far, so good for the New Orleans Saints. And this is a franchise that ever since Drew Brees has retired, right, they've been looking for their next guy, the next young and up and comer to be the guy, to be the franchise quarterback. I don't know if Rattler can do that, but so far he's off to a really good start. His head is in the right spot. We know he can be productive. I'm really excited to see how he continues to develop as we work our way through the rest of OTAs, training camp, and then finally the regular season.